Now, back to the Big Dumb
That's
Fun
right.
Show.
We are online at BigDumbFunShow.com. My name is Aaron.
My name is Venkman. Over there is Sporty Spice, ladies and gentlemen.
No, my name's Rina.
TV's Rina Aaron joining us back in studio tonight. A lot of stuff to talk about tonight. The March on Monsanto. That's coming up this week. Who knows if that's going to be a big deal or not. The GMOs are out to get you. I honestly have no idea what is going on with that. But I went on a Monsanto. One of those brainwashing trailers that they come in and they tell you, no, everything we're doing is just fine. Everything we're doing helps farmers. Just trust us. We know exactly what we're doing.
We are genetically modifying food so that we can grow more crops.
Yeah, just biogenetically engineering food for the betterment of society. And
that's right.
Who knows? It sounds like a noble deal, but a lot of people are apparently pissed off about it. Frank Hicks from Knucklehead's going to stop by tonight as well. We're going to find out exactly who won the Powerball. Try to get an interview with them out of Florida.
Oh, my God. Do you know who?
Well, I think we might have a line on a guy.
I've got a couple tickets. Did you buy tickets?
I did. I won $20.
Yeah, I bought some tickets.
Can I say
something?
Thing. Okay, you know how the numbers were 10, 12.
Shh, I don't want to know what the numbers
They were
were.
10. No, listen, I'm just going to give you four numbers.
Don't be the spoiler.
No.
Stop being the bit ruiner.
Bit ruiner. Don't do it.
Fine, I'll talk about my story when we talk about it.
When we talk about the Powerball.
Oh!
Of course, we're going to talk with the Samus Theory. No, Samus Theory's coming up. Brent Gilliland, he's the bassist for the Samus Theory. Going to be on May 24th at, oh man, this is going to be great. We talked with Tom Caprofoli not too long ago.
Back in what, April?
Yeah,
March?
about them coming in the big show on the 24th. It's a Friday.
It's your birthday.
It's my birthday.
What's your birthday?
It's a Thursday.
Are you taking your birthday off for the show?
I am.
Are you taking the show off for
When's
your birthday?
birthday?
I will
May
not
20?
be in on my birthday.
May 20.
May 24th. I'll be the
up.
Dirty 31.
Oh.
Because nothing happened on my Dirty 30.
Some lady told me when you turn 29, that's the oldest you'll get. So when I go to celebrate next year, it's going to be my second 29th birthday.
That's awesome.
And then the following year is going to be my third 29th birthday.
It's a great way to think about it.
I know. I have the same theory for 38.
Amazing.
So thoughts and prayers out there. Right now, the big news, and I know this runs all week long, but as of right now, it's fresh out there, the big tornado in Oklahoma.
Moore,
Oklahoma was just hit with like two back-to-back tornadoes. It's one thing that you have when you're living in the Midwest. You don't have a lot of the problems that other parts of the country had. We don't have the earthquakes. We don't have the hurricanes. We don't have a lot of the crap that the coasts get. But what we do have to make
flooding.
up for it,
we get some
flooding. We get some tornadoes.
We don't get a lot of earthquakes.
Have you actually, before I came to the show, I was watching the news on that. That was terrible. It was a mile and a half long tornado, and it literally went for an hour. And I think they said there was 170,000 people that were affected.
Yeah, they're taking into account like power outages and whatnot. But the big story was the two schools that were right in the line of the tornado. And Gunnerk and I heard on our way in that one of the schools everyone's accounted for and everyone's fine.
But how about the other school?
Well, we don't know yet. But then again, news is going to be coming in, and we're not that kind of a show. But have you ever been in a tornado? Gunnerk, I'll pose this to you.
I've been near one where we've actually had to go down in the basement. That's the commercial that plays right before the audio clip on the tornado.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, still play it. I've had to go down into the basement. We actually grew up, my grandparents' house, they had a tornado shelter that we would have to go into. And, when it was really bad, it was scary.
Is that the kind of shelter you'd have to go outside of the house and then down underneath?
A lot of people
like Twister
called it a root cellar.
A root cellar?
Hey, wasn't there a tornado like 2 years ago? 2 or 3 years ago? Because I know
elementary school on the right, what it used
Wolf?
to look
This is
like.
Wolf?
On the left line,
Wolf or
pictures
Moore?
of the devastation.
No, this is Wolf
the destruction.
Blitzer.
This is a school.
Yeah, the school looks like it was just
6th grade, approximately.
I think there was a school, one of the schools, a semi went into it or something.
And we don't know what's going on underneath that rubble.
So they
Wolf does not know what's going on.
They don't know what's going on underneath the rubble.
But we're going to be on the air
talking
back to back talking about exactly what we don't know that's going on.
Hey, remember the tornado that was here 2 years ago? I was in California, but I remember that my mom My mom was at the mall, and she was hiding in her big fridge that they have at Dairy Queen.
Mm-hmm.
My sister was at school. They were in the basement. And my brother was at school, and they were in the basement. I don't know if you guys remember this.
You know what? The eeriest storm, the weirdest storm I think I've ever been in has been, I don't think there was a tornado.
But
it was just a really,
close.
really violent storm. And I was actually here, and I think I at the end of the day, I think I took Gnurk home. Mm-hmm. And then I thought, I'm going to just drive on to my home, which, is 25 miles away, roundabouts. And so then I got, like, to about I'm like, hell no, I'm just going to go back to the studio, because we're in damn near a bomb shelter here, folks.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't tell if anything is going on the outside.
We would not know.
We would have no idea.
The walls at the base of the ice house building are probably like a foot and a half thick.
Yeah, if not more than that.
Yeah.
So I just drove back to the studio, and I parked under the awning. I parked like underneath that porch, and I just stayed in here for a couple of hours.
Wow.
And ended up going home about 3 a.m. or so.
And then he had to explain that to his wife.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that time that it happened a couple years
No, really,
ago.
I was getting blown by a tornado.
I was in California, and talk about being scared out of your mind, thinking you're going to lose your family, because I was tracking it online, and it was saying, okay, now the big storm is over Arrowhead Stadium. Now the big storm, like, they had it to a T where there were funnel clouds, but it hadn't dropped yet.
No, I do recall that.
Do you remember that?
I do recall that, because we had to evacuate. I was working at the time, and we had to not evacuate, but we had to get everybody in the hotel
To the bottom.
into the very bottom level, which happens to be the level that I work at. And so I'm trying to get stuff done, and there's just tons of people just,
So you
packed
do
into the
remember,
basement.
yeah,
I do remember
talk
that now
about-
that you say that.
I'll tell you, talk about, I wish I was in Kansas City. I'd rather have died. If my family was going to die, I wanted to die with them. But being in California by yourself,
No,
thinking
you'd
your
want to be in
family was gonna-
California.
No.
Wouldn't you want to go on living?
No, I don't want to go on living. If my whole
Yes.
family's dead,
If
I
I'm
might as
involved,
well.
this is the what was the Starship Troopers, right? The guy's in the military.
Oh, God.
And he's out on another planet training for trying to be a citizen. His entire family dies in Palo
Argentina.
Alto or whatever that they lived in, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's alive. I'd be like, holy crap.
No.
If I was back
Buenos
at
Aires.
home,
No, well,
Buenos
even-
Aires, that's right.
No, I disagree. Because even Tyler, when he lived with his mom, they didn't have a basement.
Yeah.
So I was freaking out at him because they didn't have a basement and they weren't leaving their house. So finally I made him go to their grandma's. But I mean, this was like, the way that they were tracking it was like, oh, it's in Blue Springs. Oh, it's on 50 Highway. Oh, it's going towards Warrensburg.
But Rico ended up
Here.
saving the planet from all these bugs.
I don't want to save the planet.
At the end of the day, it was a good thing. He
No.
was able to survive, and
My
his parents
family
croaked
dies,
off.
I'm dying too.
All right.
Yeah,
so,
but this tornado, according to the website, was at least 2 miles wide at one point, moving through Moore, Oklahoma,